Great. Okay, come and have a seat. Sit your legs crossed, rest your hands on your knees, close your eyes. Let's take a big breath in. Draw the shoulders all the way up, hold them up, and then exhale, pull them back and down. So really challenge the range of motion. Inhale, lift them all the way up. Exhale, really pull them back. Go 2 more like that. Inhale up towards the ears. Exhale, pull them back and down. Inhale up towards the ears. Exhale, pull them back and down. Let them settle there. Lift a bit taller through the crown of the head. Wrap in around the waist. Breathe in. Breathe out. Expand through the belly and the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Soft closing through the mouth, so you're just breathing in and out through the nose. Really heavy down into the seat bones. So almost push the seat bones down into the ground. And at the same time that you're pushing the seat bones down, think about lifting through the crown of the head. So 2 opposite pulls, one down into the ground, one up towards the sky. So there's this real sense of traction, not forceful, but there's this lengthening through the middle of the body. Drop the chin into the chest, actually touch the chin to the chest. Roll your right ear over to your right shoulder. Stretch the left side of the neck. And chin back into chest. Left ear, left shoulder. Chin into chest. Right ear, right shoulder. Chin into chest. Left ear, left shoulder. Chin into chest. Hold it there. Hands behind the lower back, interlace. Open across the chest and then look up towards the ceiling. Big breath in. You can sigh out now. 2 more. Big breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Release the hands. Bring it over to all fours. Hands down. Knees step back. Find an all fours position. Keep your upper body still. So upper body doesn't move. Just moving through the hips and the tailbone. So tuck the tailbone under. Try not to let it come into the upper back. Just the lower body. Exhale, send the tailbone back. Just lower body. Tuck the tailbone. So the movement won't feel as big as it normally does. Let the tailbone go back. So almost like a pelvic tilt. Upper body staying strong and stable. Trying to disconnect and move the lower body. Go 3. 2. And 1. Okay, now stabilize the lower body, just the upper body. Let the chest drop down between the biceps, between the arms. Pinch the shoulder blades together. And then push down into the hands, lift through the upper back. So you are sliding the shoulder blades together, pinching the shoulder blades together, so the chest lowers. And then you push into the hands and open through the back of the shoulders. So pinch through the shoulder blades, open through the upper back, pinch through the shoulder blades, open through the upper back. Okay, on this next one, you can take it into cat-cow. So inhale, big stretch, look forwards, tailbone back, chest opens, heart opens. Exhale, arch and round, big stretch. Inhale, look forwards. Exhale, arch and round. Big breath in. Big breath out. 1 more, take it all the way forwards. and arch and round. Neutral position through the spine. Slightly kick your left foot out to the side. So left knee stays where it is, left foot just goes out. Take your right leg back, swing your right arm up, big side stretch. Reach your right arm over to the top of the mat. Breathe in, lengthen the side body. Breathe out. Try and make more length between that right hip, the right shoulder. So you're really stretching through the waist. Breathe, reach. 2, 1, slowly bring it down, right hand down. Right knee down, just switch to the other side. So right foot slightly kicks out, left leg back, left arm lifts. Big stretch through the side body, breathe. Exhale. In and out. Lengthen through the fingertips. Space, left hip, left shoulder. Long breath. Breathe. Both hands down. Both knees down, tuck your toes, stretch it back into downward facing dog. Make that a long downward facing dog. So lift your hips higher, push your hands further into the floor, stretch and lengthen the heels away. Big breath in, big breath out. Big breath in, big breath out. One more inhale and exhale. Roll it forwards into a plank position. First one, rest the knees, lower all the way down. Inhale, lift the chest. Point the toes, you can lift the feet as well. Just ensure you're squeezing through the glutes. And lower to the floor. Toes tucked, slide it back, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out, heels stretch away. Full vinyasa, bring it forwards to a plank. Body nice and strong, long straight line, lower halfway. Inhale, lift. Upward facing dog, open the chest forwards, pull the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, take it back, downward facing. Breathe in and breathe out. Walk your hands so the thumbs touch. So still have my hands spread nice and wide, but it's a bit narrower, the positioning through my hands. Tips of my thumbs just touch. Rest both elbows down to the floor, both elbows at the same time, lift. It's almost like a tricep push-up, but you have your hands in a narrow grip, narrow stance, or however you would term that. Both elbows down and they lift, elbows down and they lift. Try and keep your spine straight so you maintain that downward facing dog position. We go 3, 2, 1. Spread your hands back out to a nice normal downward dog position. Reach your right leg up to the sky. Inhale. Bend your right knee, open your right hip. Lift that right knee to the sky. Push your left heel down to the floor. Breathe in and breathe out. Breath in and out. Sweep that right knee into the chest. Step your right foot forwards. Rest your back knee down. Inhale, lift your arms up to the sky. Breathe here. Squeeze that left glute. Pull the waist in, tuck the tailbone under. Strong opening through your left hip. Left hand to the left side waist. Lean over to the left. So try and find that side bend into the right. Maybe your left fingertips come down to the floor. Reach your right fingertips as far over to the left as you can. So even if your fingers come down to the ground, don't stop reaching through that right side body. Bring it back up to center. Other side, right hand to the right hip, side bend over to the right, stretch out the left side, probably feel a bit stronger this side. Maybe right fingertips down to the floor. You reach up and away with those left fingertips. Bring it back to center. Both hands down inside of your right foot. Tuck your back toes, straighten your back leg, breathe. Exhale. In and exhale. Reach your right arm up to the sky and twist, breathe. Exhale, open the chest. Reach those right fingertips high. Make the space from your right fingertips down to your left hand as long as you can. So really push into that left hand, lift through your right fingertips. Bring your right hand down, hook around the right big toe. First two fingers, take a hold of that toe. You're rocking into a side plank. You're going to just carry that right knee with you. So you don't have to extend it. Just hold that right knee, breathe. If you wish, you can extend the right leg or keep it in. 2, 1, side plank. Extend that right leg. Option to stay here. Second option, bend your right knee, plant the toes just behind you. Wild thing, arch back. Breathe. Strong in the glutes. Push down through that left arm. And take it to a plank. Long through the crown of the head. Lengthen forwards. Waist wraps in, body strong, straight line. Lower all the way. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Toes tuck. Slide it back into downward facing dog. A big breath in. Big breath out. Left leg high, inhale. Bend your left knee, open the left hip. Lifting that knee to the sky. Pushing your right heel down. Strong into both hands, breathe. Exhale. Left knee into the chest and step. Right knee rests. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Breathe in. Breathe out, pelvic tilt. So tailbone under, right glute on, opening that right hip first of all. And then right hand, right hip. Side bend to the right. Maybe fingers down. Breathe. Exhale. Lift back up. Left hand, left hip. Arch over to the right. Sorry, arch over to the left. Left fingertips down. Big reach. Breathe. 2, 1. Lift it back up. Both hands down inside of your left foot. Tuck your back toes, straighten that back leg, long and active, strong through the right thigh. Lengthen through the spine. Use it as a chance to really lengthen the spine before we come into our twist. So pushing into the ball of the back foot, into those toes. Leg active and strong. Reach your left arm up. Breathe in. Breathe out 1. Breathe in. Breathe out 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Slowly bring that left hand down. First two fingers hook around your big toe. Lifting it into a side plank. So just holding that left knee in. Extending if you like. Or keeping it in. Side plank. Left arm lifts. Left knee maybe bends. Step back. Wild thing. Reach your left arm up and over. Big stretch through the front of the body. Squeeze the glutes on. Push into that right hand. Don't let yourself relax around the right shoulder. Keep that stable and strong. Plank position. Breathe in. Breathe out. Nice long line through the crown of the head. Push off the balls of the back toes. So don't hang back in the heels. Bring yourself forwards. Lower all the way. Inhale, lift. Open the chest. Exhale, lower. Take it back. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Walk your hands about a foot closer towards you. So shorten your downward facing dog. Take your right hand underneath the body. Hold to the outside of the left ankle. So you're coming under and across. Now look under to the left side of the room and almost try and pull yourself into more of a twist. So try and look under that left armpit up towards the ceiling. Almost bring your spine all the way under and through. My voice box is really restricted doing this. Can't get my words out. So really try and twist. Look up towards the ceiling. Breathe. 2, 1. Slowly place that right hand down. Switch it over. Left hand goes under and through. Hold around the back of the right ankle. Look up towards the ceiling. Breathe. spine long, hips high. 2 and 1. Bring it back. Both hands down. Walk your feet in. Hands and feet come together. Relax. Arms, upper body, shoulders, head, neck, heavy. Push into the feet. Start to curl up through the spine. Taking your time. Rolling up slow. Breathe in. Open the chest. Big inhale. And big exhale. Arms down by the side. Interlace the hands behind the lower back. Reach your knuckles away from you. Widen the gap between your feet. Bend the knees. Fold. Hands go up to the sky as the body folds forwards and down. Crown of the head to the floor. Now, whilst you're here in this fold, think about straightening your left leg, bending your right knee. So my right heel is lifting. So I can really encourage that left leg straight. So I'm almost on the ball of my right foot. See if you can work deeper into that left hamstring. And then bend and soften both knees, both heels down. Straighten your right leg, let the left heel lift, left knee bend. Release both heels, soften both knees. Bring your hands down carefully to the floor, both fingertips to the floor. Same again, this time, straighten your left leg as you reach your left arm up to the sky. So you need to bend the right knee. Maybe you might not need to bend the right knee. For me, I need to bend one knee if I'm opening up there. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly bring it down, left hand down. Straighten the right leg, and as you do that, reach your right arm up to the sky. Bend in that left knee if you need it. Lengthen the spine. Open around that right hip. And both hands down. Step back into downward facing dog. Back of the neck, relax. So just make sure you aren't straining through the back of the neck. Hands are strong down into the floor. That's heel of the hand, knuckles and fingertips. Breathe in, reach your right leg high. Breathe out, bring your right knee into the chest and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2. Silently step forwards on 1. High lunge, lift up. Breathe in and breathe out. Soften the back knee a little. Still a good opening through that left hip. Inhale. Exhale. Take your right hand, hold around the left wrist. Side bend the upper body over to the right. So you're almost pulling that left arm over to the right. You can bend the back knee a little more if you like. Feel that stretch get stronger and deeper. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Lift it back. High lunge, open warrior 2. Depth in that right thigh. Strong in the lower body. Take your left hand behind the back. Your fingertips might even come round to your right thigh, or they just sit behind the back. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Lift higher and then arch back. So we aren't resting in that left side. Big stretch back through the fingertips. Engage your left glute. Breathe. 2, 1. Right fingertips come down to the floor inside of your right foot. Just fingertips, not hand. Reach your left arm up and over. 1 long straight line through that left side. Now lift your right hand away from the floor so you aren't balancing, just coming down towards the ground, but no connection between the fingertips and the floor. Breathe. Go lower in that right knee. 2, 1. Rise back, warrior 2. Straighten your right leg, turn your right toes in, arms stay out wide, legs are active. Lean, straight spine, take it forwards. Hold it halfway. Now, whilst you're halfway there, you've got a straight spine, pull your lower ribs in, lengthen the crown of the head forwards, reach your fingertips wider, bring your body weight into the front half of your feet. So your toes are going to need to grip the yoga mat. Hold, belly in, rib cage in. Make sure you're not popping the lower ribs forwards. Spine is flat. 2, 1, hands come down to the floor, fold, relax the upper body. Breathe in and breathe out. Take your hands round to the outside or back of the ankles. Soften your knees a moment, get a good grip with the hands. Now, as you straighten the legs, I want you to pull yourself into that fold. Use your arm strength, your shoulders, your biceps, your back. Lift the hips, breathe. 2, 1, soften, let it go. Hands beneath the face, fingertips to the floor. Push down into the fingertips, lengthen the arms so your spine will lift back to that parallel line, parallel with the ground. Belly in, lower ribs in. Reach the arms up and out in front of you. Grip with the toes. You might need to soft bend in the knees. Belly in. Spine strong. With a straight spine, can you lift up? Soften the knees if it helps. All the way. Inhale, big lift. Warrior 2 to the top of the mat. Bend your right knee. Inhale. Exhale. Hands into prayer heart center. Straighten your right leg. Slightly turn your left heel in. Bend your left knee, Skandasana, so those front toes lift. That right leg is straight. Coming into almost a squat position in that back left leg, right leg straight. Now reach your arms away from you. Stretch your arms away, lift through the chest, breathe. Exhale. Spine long. Neck nice and long. No crease lines in the back of the neck. 2, 1, hands come down to the ground. Now staying low, you start to bend the right knee, straighten the left leg, come to the top of the mat, stay as low as you can. You find a lizard, so turn and rest the left knee to the floor. Your hands are inside of that right foot. Option 1 is to stay on hands. Option 2 is to come to elbows. I guess option 3, but an easier or better option would be to rest on a block if you can't get the elbows down. Gives you a halfway point. Breathe. Exhale. In and out. In and out. Soften the back of the head, the neck, the shoulders. Okay, slowly come off your block or elbows if you're there. Everyone rise up to hands. Push down into the hands. Keep that back knee on the floor. Take your right leg to the back of the mat, but don't rest it. Kick into space. Slightly turn your left foot out to the left side so you're a bit more balanced. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Hold it there. First option, hold. Second option, bend your top knee. Reach your right hand around for the inside of the right ankle and find a bind. Open the chest, open the hip, engage your glutes, draw your shoulders back, breathe, exhale, in and out. One more. Exhale, slowly bring it back to all fours. As carefully and as slowly as you can, both knees down, both toes tuck. Slide back into downward facing dog. Pushing into the hands with the heels of the hands, the palms, the knuckles, the fingertips. Stay where you are. I'm just spinning around so I can better see you. Hands ground, feet ground, waist wraps in. Spine is nice and long. Left leg up to the sky, inhale. Reach that left heel high. Exhale, bring your left knee into the chest, hold 5. Come higher on the ball of the back foot, 4. Lift the knee in, 3, 2, silent, let's step forward for 1. Rise up, high lunge. Soften the back knee. Tuck the tailbone, find that stretch through the right thigh. Inhale. Exhale. Left thigh is working, right thigh is stretching. Take your left hand, hold the right wrist. Arch over to the left. Big side bend through the right. Kind of have to hold your balance and your stability here as well as you find that side stretch. Breathe. Bring it back. Warrior 2. Open the arms out. Remember, you can rearrange your feet. They aren't glued to the floor. So if you need to move them, do move them. Get comfortable when we come into each position or posture. Take your right hand behind your back. Lift your left arm up to the sky. Engage your right glute. Arch back. Breathe. Stretching out through that left side body. 2, 1. Left fingertips are down to the inside of the left foot. Right arm lifts up and over. We hold it here, and then we lift off the fingertips. So there's space. A, there's space under the fingertips, but B, there's a bit of space through the left side of the body compared to when we were trying to find the floor. Rise up, warrior 2. Straighten the left leg. Turn both toes in, both heels slightly out. Reach your arms up to the sky, big inhale. This time leaning forwards with the arms overhead, straight spine. Hold when you get halfway. Belly in, ribs in. Hold it here. Now think about breaststroke in a swimming pool. Turn the palms out, thumbs down, and breaststroke the arms round until they're pointing to the wall behind you. Once they're reaching to the back of the room, we're going to turn the palms out, thumbs up, bring the arms back overhead. Imagine you're pushing against the resistance of water. Thumbs down, palms out, breaststroke the arms to the back. Thumbs up, palms out, bring it forwards. Pull the belly and the ribs in as you do that. Go once more. Keeping the spine long, keeping the weight forwards into the toes and the front half of the feet. And then rest the hands to the floor, bow the head down, relax the upper body. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. This time, let the upper body stay really relaxed. Slowly curl up through the spine. Take your time, wrap the waist in. Nice and slow. Take the arms out. Left toes face forwards, back into your warrior 2, so you might need to adjust the feet. Breathe here. Wrap in around the waist, push down into the feet, hands to prayer, heart center. Straighten your left leg, bring your right heel in, bend into your right knee, Skandasana. So the left toes lift, and then your arms reach away. Breathe. Left thigh, left quadricep is very active, protecting the left hamstring. 2, 1, hands come down, stay as low as you can. Start to bend the left knee, straighten the right leg, lizard to the top of the mat. Rest your back knee. You're on hands, elbows or a block. Breathe. Exhale. In and out. Breathe in and out. Slow it down. Stay connected, so slight tilt to the tailbone, slight draw in around the waist, slight push down through the forearms, and then rise back to your hands. Right knee stays where it is this time. Take the left leg to the back of the mat into space. Slightly kick the right foot out so you're more balanced. Lift your left arm. Option 1. Option 2, bend the top knee. Reach for the inside. So I'm saying inside so that that left shoulder is open. Trying to keep that left shoulder joint open. Whereas if you have the palm face down here, you're closing into that left shoulder. We'll come to it a little bit later on when we do some more balance work. Slowly take it back. Both hands, both knees. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Close your eyes. Move through a vinyasa with the eyes closed. So roll the body forwards to a plank. You can go halfway or all the way, your choice. Upward facing dog or baby cobra. Take an extra breath, opening the chest. And then when you're ready, draw it back, downward facing dog. Hips are high, spine is long, hamstrings are long. Big stretch into the calves, soles of the feet. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Right leg lifts up, inhale. Right knee comes into the chest, exhale, step. High lunge, lift up. Breathe in and breathe out. Soften that back knee. Inhale. Exhale, pull the lower ribs in. In fact, you can, I don't know how clearly you can see, but so my t-shirt is fitted down to my rib cage. So if I let my ribs pop, it's not happening as much now, but you see the bottom of my t-shirt kind of sticks out. If I pull those ribs in, I adjust the flare of the t-shirt. So if I stick my ribs out, you see the t-shirt pops. If I try and pull those lower ribs in, keep the front of the body tucked in, and that's going to have an impact on the lower back. So if I flare my ribs out, I'm arching into the back. If I pull my ribs in, I'm protecting the back. Lean forwards, one long diagonal line. Bend that right knee. Hold that diagonal line, come a little higher on the ball of the back foot, tip of the toes, hands to prayer heart center. You're leaning into a warrior 3. Left foot comes off the floor, we breathe. Leaning forwards, ribs, belly in, crown of the head long. Push into the outside edge of your right foot, so that's standing foot, outside edge, heel. Bring your left knee up into the chest, stand tall, breathe in. Breathe out, take a breath to just balance. Arms out wide, and then spin the body to the left. Right hand comes outside of the left thigh. Take that left arm back, breathe. Exhale, twist. In and out. In and out. Come back, hands to prayer. Keep the bend in the left knee, but lower the knee. So the left foot will be pointing back behind you. Left arm goes out to the left side of the room. Palm faces to the left, thumb faces up to the sky. Hold inside of your left ankle. Reach your right arm up. Lift taller to the ceiling. Lean forwards as you kick back. You come into a dancer. Try and keep your chest and then your hips facing to the front. Breathe. Push into the outside edge of your right foot. 3, 2, 1. Slowly rise back up. Step the left foot next to your right foot. Lift both arms up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, fold all the way forwards and down. Give the crown of the head a gentle rock from side to side. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in. Big breath out. Come up to your fingertips. So all 10 fingertips are in the floor rather than the flats of my hands. That's my hand stance. You're going to keep that with the fingertips. Step back into a plank. Hold it through the hands. Breathe. Crown of the head forwards. Space through the chest. See if you can lower all the way down. Find the floor. Point the toes. Hands lift. Chest lift. Exhale, lower. Hands down. Toes tuck. Take it back. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. And out. Lengthen and stretch. In. And out. Big breath. Exhale. Right, no, hang on, sorry, left leg high. False alarm. Breathe in. Breathe out, left knee into the chest and step. Rise up. Lift. Open through the chest. Look, my ribs are popping. Pull your ribs in so you aren't arching into the back. Inhale. Exhale. Honestly, you should try teaching and being able to see yourself on the screen. It does wonders to make you realize how many bad habits you have. Lean forwards, one long diagonal line. You're high on the ball of that back foot. Then you maybe even come to tiptoes. Hands come into prayer heart center. You lift that back leg off the floor. Balance warrior 3. Right leg back. Left foot drives down. Waist pulls in, spine is long. Breathe. And then stand tall, right knee into the chest. Hold it there, take a moment, find your balance. Arms out wide. Rotate to the right. Left hand outside of the right knee. Reach the fingertips back, breathe in. And out. Breathe in. And out. One more. And back to center. Hands to prayer. Keep that bend in the right knee. Lower the right knee. Toes point back. Right hand goes out. Thumb up. Palm open to the right side of the room. Reach for the inside of your ankle. Take your left arm up to the sky. Big breath in. Lean forwards. Big breath out. You're reaching that left arm away. Kicking the right leg back and up. Trying to keep that right hip and the chest facing forwards. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And out. One more. Exhale, slowly release. Plant it down, lift both arms up to the sky. Inhale. Bend at the knees, take it down to the floor. Exhale. Crown of the head heavy. Relaxed. Now, before we stepped fingertips down, I want you to go knuckles. So like you're punching the floor. So if I was to lift my thumb would face the top of the mat. Knuckles down. If you've got big rings, you might need to spin them round. You're holding that punch down, stepping into a plank. Holding. Lengthening forwards through the crown of the head. High on the tips of the toes. Lower halfway. Push back up. Lower all the way. Open the chest. Squeeze the glutes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hands down. Take it back. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. Big breath in. And out. Rest both knees. Walk the hands in so they're beneath the shoulders. So I've done a couple of big binds and opens through the chest and the hips. I'm going to do one more. We're going to go across the body, so opposite hand and opposite foot. Take your right leg back and up. I just want you to point the right toes to the ceiling. So your right knee is bent first of all. Pull the waist in. So try and protect that shape rather than dropping at all, but dropping too early on. Take your left arm out in front of you. And then as we did in that wide forward fold, swim your left arm all the way back round. So it's pointing to the bottom of the mat, and then try and bring your hand and your foot together. If you find them, lift into more of a bow shape. If you don't, just keep reaching the toes up towards the ceiling and reaching the fingertips to the back of the room. Breathe. So here we do kind of have the shoulder turned in a bit more than before, but it's quite an ask to get it the other way round. Slowly release the hand to the floor, keep the back leg there. One big step, right foot comes to the outside of the right hand. And then walk your hands and that front foot a little bit further forwards and move the hips with you. So you're welcome to stay here, big stretch through the left thigh, or you can even take that right foot further forwards. Maybe think about coming into more of a split position. I am on an angle here. You should be able to see that, my right foot's going out. So you take it as far as you like. You can walk the hands back in, lift the chest a little more, breathe. Exhale, in, exhale. One more breath. Exhale, take the weight into your hands. Silently take that right knee back. Both hands, both knees. Tuck your toes, stretch back into downward facing dog. Roll forwards to a plank. You're on the tips of the toes. Keep the arms straight, lower the hips, gaze forwards. Squeeze your glutes, hold for 3. Lift through the crown of the head, shoulders back, 2. 1, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out, rest both knees. Keep the bend in your left knee. Point the toes up towards the sky. Pull the belly in. Right arm reaches out in front of you. Swims around, so breaststroke with that arm. Find the foot. Or don't find the foot and just keep reaching for the back of the room. Try and send your chest forwards. Sending your chest forward so you come out of any compression in the lower back. Breathe. Okay, don't fling and release the back foot. Carefully bring the right hand down. Big step, left foot to the outside of the left hand. Take your hands a bit further forwards. Either you're here, simply stretching through the back thigh, or you take that front foot forwards into more of a split position. I'm on a wooden floor and my feet are really sweaty, so it's a bit easier to slide into it. But if you're on carpet, there might be a bit more resistance. Breathe. Try and keep the spine tall. Breathe into the stretch wherever you are. Okay, slowly bring it down silently. Try not to drag that left foot too much. Both knees down, knees stay there. Flats of the hands, walk your hands to the top of your mat. Bow down, intention to rest the chest. If the chest doesn't come to the floor, that's too much. Lightly rest the forehead. Don't want you to put too much weight through the forehead, but for some of you, chest might not come down and you can send forehead. Breathe. Think downward facing dog through the back. Coming out of this, come carefully. So pull the waist and the ribs in, slowly lift up, protect the front of the body, and then walk the hands in. Tuck your toes, downward facing. Walk your feet and your hands together. Bend the knees. Wrap your forearms around the back of your legs. So my forearms almost come down the shins. My fingers point to the bottom of my heels. Chin into chest. Pull yourself into that fold. Sandwich the upper body and the lower body. Neck long, crown of the head long. Breathing in. More of a fold, breathe it out. Breathing in. More of a fold, breathe it out. One more. Exhale. Bend the knees without the hands. Come all the way down, have a seat. Take the legs out, give them a shake. Soles of the feet together. Knees out. Hold on to the front of the ankles. Big breath in, lift through the chest. Big breath out, pull it forwards. Knees go out. You can reach your fingertips. Really try and push your knees to the outside of the room. And at the same time, you might push the soles of the feet or the outside edges of the feet together. The soles of my feet slightly open and it's the outside edges I'm pushing together. But it might be your feet. You might have a whole foot facing one another. We're all slightly different in the hips. So everyone's going to find themselves in a slightly different position. Doesn't need to be the same at all. It's where you feel it. And then chance to realign the spine as you roll up. So slowly roll up. Take your time. Reach for the outside of the knees, close the gap between the knees. Plant the feet about hip width. Lean the arms out in front of you. Keep a straight spine, but just tuck the tailbone so you'll find yourself lean back. Extend the right leg. Take the left arm back. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Left leg. Right arm. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Both arms. Go all the way back. Should feel that in the front of the body. Feel my voice shaking. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back. Wriggle your feet together, your knees together so you can connect and squeeze. Lift both feet. Extend. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plant them down. Just shimmy up to the top of the mat if you want there, sorry. Roll it to the floor. Take it down slow. Arms go overhead, big stretch. Extend the legs, point the toes, breathe in and breathe out. Plant your feet to the ground, arms down by the side, shoulders set into the yoga mat, maybe pinch them together a little. Lift the hips up to the sky. A big opening through the front. We're here for 10 breaths. If you want to, you can push all the way up. Hands go back so the fingers point back towards the toes. Or you can just stay here, really focus on that tuck under, the knees stretching away, finding length through the front of the body. Your choice. Steady the breath. 4 more. Try not to rush the last few. 3. These next 2 breaths can be your fullest. Slowly roll it down. Take your time. No rush. To the floor. Arms go out. Feel the space around you. Rock your knees to the right and then to the left. To the right and then to the left. If it feels okay for you, bring the soles of the feet together and the knees out. If you'd rather stretch the legs long for your Shavasana, then stretch them nice and long. Take a big inhale through the nose. Loudest sigh out. 2 more in through the nose. Biggest breath out. 3rd and final. All the way out. And soften there. No effort, no tension. Just totally let the back of the body melt down into the ground. And at the same time, notice all that space you have in the chest, in the belly, in the hips. Go easy with the breath. Nothing to force, nothing to control. Just let the body find an easy rhythm. Your own rhythms are all going to be different. And with that rhythm, you can just start to wake the body, fingers, toes. If you have the knees out, the feet together, maybe reach round for the knees. Close the gap between the knees and bring them into the chest. Make a small ball shape. Hug yourself into that ball. And rock over to one side, or with a bit of momentum, you can rock up and down the spine until you find your seat. It depends how you like to close the practice. So sat nice and tall, hands are wherever they fall, it doesn't matter. Wherever you can relax the hands. Notice how you feel physically. And also notice the space, or hopefully the stillness in the mind. Bring the hands into prayer heart center. Thank yourself for making time to come and practice. Namaste.